Hi everyone, hope you're having an amazing Labor Day. Hope you had the day off and you're enjoying it. Just wanted to touch base again. I didn't get a chance to get on last night. I will admit that I kind of took a night off. I did some movie watching, but I am back at it today. We got up this morning. We did about an hour workout with the weights. Then we were in the pool for a while. We just did a little tiny bit of food shopping because we decided to go with more of a Labor Day meal today. And then I'll still take my walk tonight. So back on track, feeling good. And just wanted to come on here still thinking mindset. And I wanted to kind of talk the big one. So I don't know about you, but I have tried a ton of different diets. I've done almost everything that's out there. I've bought different pills, I've bought different shakes, I've bought different things that cut the fat out, things that cut the sugar out, things that, different exercise equipment. Tried trainers that gave me meal plans, and I was always successful for a while, but there always came a point where I got tired of it. And the problem is with most diets, when you get tired of it, there's no end. You go back to eating the way you always did. So you try a diet. What I'm doing right now is a lifestyle commitment. You commit to changing your lifestyle. You commit to creating healthy habits. And that's really the difference. Yes, there are still bars and shakes, and there are still pre-made food that I purchased from Optavia. But for the most part, at night, I'm building my own lean and green recipe. You've seen the recipes. You've seen a lot of the plates of food that I'm eating. And it does feel like a lot of food. And I am able to use pretty much every type of protein that's out there. And I have every flavor style. I mean, I have Mexican foods. I have German foods. I have Italian foods. I have Chinese foods. I have, Vietnamese pho. I have Indian foods. So I can get pretty much any flavor that I'm craving with these recipes, and it really makes a difference. And again, part of doing the lean and green meal every night is that you teach yourself how to correctly take your portion of protein and to get the correct portion of your vegetables. And right now, while you're trying to lose weight, you're not putting in a carb, you're not putting in a fruit, you're just sticking with your protein and your greens. But eventually, once I get down to the desired weight, once I get down to a healthy weight, then I get to add a serving of fruit back in, I get to add a serving of dairy in, and I get to add a serving of grains in of some sort. So, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm teaching myself every day how to do that. I'm creating that habit by doing the healthy meal at night. And then, along with that mindset of doing the lifestyle change is knowing how to adjust for what you want. So when my boyfriend and I were up at the Celtic Festival, I knew that in the Celtic Festival there weren't going to be any stands that were going to have food that was really compliant. And I know when I go to the Celtic Festival, what I desire to eat is the scone with the lemon curd, which again, scone is all carb and lemon curd is pretty much all sugar. So not good for me. And clotted cream, which is also not good for me. But, I know that's my desire. So I set my mindset. I think about it. I commit to what I want to do that day. And what I typically end up doing is going out to a nice breakfast with Mark and getting, all of my lean and green. So I get like a veggie omelet that's double packed with the veggies because I'm not getting the potatoes. And I'll do that. And this way I'm good for the day. And then I can just carry my bars with me and my crunchers and still have something to eat while I'm at the festival, but just eating my food instead of theirs. Um, it's not Scottish, but hey, that's okay. I go more for doing the events and having fun there. So it's a way of doing that mindset to change what your plan is, to commit to something before you go, before you leave the house. And I think it's great that once you're done losing weight, once you've gotten down to a healthy weight, you can commit. You get a slow transition out. You're going to add things back in 1 week at a time. So you're going to do 1 week and add in some extra greens. And then you're going to do 1 week where you add in the fruit. And then you're going to do 1 week where you add in the dairy. And then you're going to do 1 week where you add in the grain. And after a month of slowly adding this back in, you've now taught yourself how to eat throughout the day in a good way. So it is really a lifestyle commitment. I will never go back to eating the way I used to eat. I'm never going to have big heavy sauces. I'm never going to have the big old plate of pasta. It's just a change, and I can live with this change, and I can commit to it for the rest of my life. And when you're maintaining, if you've been really good sticking to your commitments and you've stayed with it, you've done your exercise, if you want to go out one night and you want to have an extra special dinner, you can do that. And then you just watch if there's any change on the scale and you work accordingly to get rid of that. And now doing workouts and being healthy is going to be a constant part of my life. And if you haven't seen it, Optavia has also come out with essential amino acids. And these are the building blocks for building muscle. So as I'm working out now, I am taking these EAAs, and they're tasty. There's no artificial color. There's no artificial flavor. It is I'm going to say a superior product to the other ones that are out there on the market. And know that part of the difference is that they're EAAs, not just branched chain amino acids. They're essential amino acids. So you have more of them. You have the larger variety of the amino acids. And the important thing is you have leucine, which leucine is basically the light switch that turns on building muscle, creating the muscle mass in your body. And the other amino acids are what actually create the muscle. But you need all of them to get that working. And in our amino acids, you get a full 3 grams. It's either 3 or 3.5. I think it's 3.5 grams of leucine. And then you altogether you get 10 grams of amino acids with each serving. So you really are doing some great things for your body. And we're also coming out with a whey protein. And if you've ever met somebody that works out on a regular basis, they take whey protein after their workouts to help with that recovery as well. So that has been huge, adding that into my routine. And I'm still on 5 and 1. I'm still losing. I'm losing approximately 2 pounds per week. It's still going steady, still working this. And when I say I changed my meal plan, we were originally planning on making shrimp Alfredo tonight, but because it's Labor Day, I figured we might want a burger instead. So we're just going to do a skinny down burger. So we have bison meat that we will mix with a little bit of flavoring, and we'll have some mushrooms mixed into that, and then we will put it on the grill, and when it comes off the grill, we'll put it in a piece of lettuce or 2 pieces of lettuce, and we'll make a low-fat reduced Thousand Island dressing, and we get to add tomatoes and pickles, and get to eat that like a burger. So that'll feel very, very much like Labor Day, because that's typical to have burgers and hot dogs on Labor Day. So we will stick with the plan and have burgers now for Labor Day. And then tomorrow we'll work on the shrimp Alfredo. But it's just a way of being able to change things up, knowing what's in your recipe catalog that you can change things up to, being able to eat what you want. And I really think that is a huge plus with this program, is that you get to eat variety. I mean, I have variety in the bars, variety in the shakes, variety in how to prepare the shakes. So there's a new one. I found a recipe the other day for making a Wendy's Frosty. So if you take one of our pudding mixes, and you first blend your ice so that it's like snow, and then you put in a pudding mix, and then you put in about 2/3 of a cup of water, and you blend that up, and it comes out a consistency that is very similar to a Wendy's Frosty. So I can now have a Wendy's Frosty for dessert, which is really nice. And we have shakes that we take using 3 tablespoons of water and turn it into a cupcake by baking it for about 20 minutes with just using 3 tablespoons of water. So lots of variety, lots of ways to do different things with your fuelings out there without adding any calories or other stuff to it. I'm not adding any milk. I'm not adding any whipped cream. I'm not adding any sugar of any kind. It's just a shake with different amounts of water and different amounts of ice, and you can change it all that way. So I just want to put that out there. I want to remind everybody that you really need to commit to lifestyle change. I'm not gonna go back to eating mac and cheese and chicken nuggets and chicken fried steak and French fries, and I'm trying to think what else was a staple. Tacos are actually still pretty healthy. I just won't do them in the shell. I won't go back to eating regular pizza. I'm going to stick with the cauliflower crust. It tastes enough like pizza. It tastes yummy, and it's a good alternative. So just keep that in mind. Diets most people do only for a limited amount of time. This is really a commitment to a lifestyle change. This is where you want to improve what you're fueling your body with. You want to improve your mindset. You want to improve your overall happiness, your overall outlook on life. You want to, every night say what you're grateful for, and every morning say what you're grateful for, and find that way to live with gratefulness in your heart. So with that, I'm going to say have a wonderful day.